Hi, it's Ruby. Today we're going to be doing another resort review, and this time we're heading to California and looking at the Residence Inn by Marriott at Anaheim. If you go on the Marriott website, there's actually a few Residence Inns that are available in this area, but I want to reiterate that this is the convention center location and not garden. I've talked about this hotel multiple times on my videos, and I just want to say that from a room capacity perspective and location, I still stand by this hotel being a great pick. However, given changes in amenities, as well as what I would say is a little bit of a decline in customer service, I am hesitant to recommend it from that perspective. However, there's also another Marriott hotel right next door, and I've stayed there as well, and it's always been really good there too. So I'm not gonna down the hotel because I think it's a beautiful hotel and I think it has a lot of really awesome things that we're gonna walk through today, but I just wanna be completely honest in my review. So let's start with parking. There is parking available right in front of the hotel as well as a parking garage. And there is a patio on the side of the hotel that does have barbecue. You definitely want to call and check in with the hotel on what available amenities are there because we are still dealing with the pandemic going through the state of California. So there are some amenities that might have changed or might not be what you remember it being. Parking does have a fee, so be sure to check that out on the website as the fee does change, but it cost us upwards of $30 when we parked there. When you go to the hotel, you have to ring in and the front desk will then let you into the building. There is security that way, and I think it has a lot to do with an increase of foot traffic on Katella Street. So they do ring you in and you might have to wait and get their attention. I know I stood there for a little while before they saw me to let me in for check-in. The lobby is really beautiful and there's a lot of areas to sit if you're waiting or if you are just trying to relax downstairs. This hotel previously had an amazing breakfast buffet, but that has since been kind of discontinued. They do provide a breakfast, but it's a sack lunch type of deal where you get yogurt and a little bit of cereal. For the price point of this hotel, which tends to be upwards of $300 or more depending on the type of room you stay in, the breakfast amenity is definitely something that was a benefit that they no longer have. And I've seen better breakfast options in place due to the pandemic at the Hyatt. So I'm a little bit disappointed from that standpoint because you are spending more money, not only for the room type and location, but also for that amenity. But if you are interested in getting breakfast, you need to go down at a very specific time. Do not miss the window. It's not a very big window. And they will give you a bagged breakfast that you can then take with you to the park or you can eat in your room. If you miss the window, there is a store right there next to the front desk where you can buy small snacks and drinks. And they also have a coffee bean and a pizzeria across the street. So you can go there. Additionally, when we talk about location, this hotel is about a 15-minute walk to downtown Disney. So if there's something that you want to eat at downtown Disney, you can go all the way over there and get it. It is a bit of a walk, but again, it's an opportunity for you to get something. I want to talk a little bit about how we booked our hotel stay. I had a lot of points with the Marriott and I had been waiting to use them. So I did use them to book a 1-bedroom suite. And at arrival, I asked for an upgrade to a 2-bedroom. I had to pay for the upgrade and it was pretty substantial. And I was hoping to get a theme park view, but I ended up initially starting with the city view with the 2-bedroom. And I booked with an AAA discount. When I show you the room type, you'll notice that there's a huge difference between the initial room that we had and then the secondary room that I'll show you. And that's because of the AAA booking, that you end up with a bigger room apparently when you do use AAA. So keep that in mind when you're booking. The hotel did a really good job of keeping the common areas clean, and it was pretty standard. Once you got your key, you get in the elevator and you can go up to your floor. You are required to wear face coverings indoors, which makes sense, and if you have issues with that, you should definitely check with the hotel to see what their policy is. But it was pretty straightforward, really clean, and easy to get to the room. Let's now check out the room. So I absolutely love the 2-bedroom layout. It is a ton of space and it's really great if you have family or if you're traveling with somebody where you need a little bit of separation. And it's also amazing because it does have a kitchen. It's not a full kitchen because there's no oven, but they do have the fridge, they have the stove, the microwave, and also the dishwasher, and a lot of things there to cook with, and coffee, and you can get refills on the stuff that they provide easily. And we did feel like that was a really good value, especially when you're staying for a long time and you have a big family. It can get expensive eating out all the time. So that was really great to be able to have a kitchen. The dishwasher was pretty small, but it comes with soap, and if you aren't having a ton of dishes, it's totally fine, and you can ask for extra soap if you need it. But it has pretty much the standard stuff that you get in a timeshare, as far as like a toaster oven, pots and pans, silverware, wine glasses, things like that. And as you can see, we had our own cleaning supplies, so we did end up wiping the common area down ourselves just to be really, really sure that everything was clean. I think overall in the kitchen it was fine, but I will be honest, there were some areas in the room that weren't cleaned very well, and we ended up getting moved to the 2-bedroom theme park view. I'll be showing you that room later so you can see the differences between the city view 2-bedroom with the AAA versus the theme park view 2-bedroom. I'd like to mention that we noticed that the things that come with the room for free, such as paper towels and soap and toilet paper, were pretty low in inventory when we were in the room, so we did have to call down and ask for more. Definitely check that, and if you want to get a bunch of stuff at once, get it when you go to the front desk or call housekeeping and see if they can bring it up to you. Let's check out the living room area next. It was pretty spacious, and I will say with this unit, there was some different things like that additional ledge on the top of the TV that was not in the theme park room. And it also just felt like a little bit bigger of a space in the living room. I don't know for sure that it was, but it just did feel a little bit bigger, and it felt like it had a little bit more to it. But I definitely like that living room space so that, like, again, if you're traveling with a lot of people or people that you want a little separation from, you have a common area to sit in. Next, we're going to be checking out the kids' room. So they classify this as a kids' bunk bedroom. And let me tell you, if you have children, they're going to love this room. It is so beautiful and so spacious and just really nice for them to feel like they have their own space. Some things about this room that stood out to me that was different than the theme park room was the additional storage area right under the top bunk. And the kids could pull out those drawers and put their own clothes in there, and that's really nice. There was also a really big closet that was next to the desk, and the layout of the room felt far more spacious. Each bed had its own light switch, so let's say you have older kids that maybe one wants to stay up and read a book and the other one wants to go to sleep. They did have these little round light switches that each person had their own of, and they could turn it on or off. There is also a private bathroom for the kids. I'll show you that it is much bigger than the other room that I talked about previously, and it was, again, really nice for the kids to have their own space. In the closet, there was a storage area for hanging things, a blanket up top with a pillow that you could use in the living room, and then they also had a place for you to put your suitcase. The bathroom was very big in this unit. It had a really big place for you to wash your hands, lots of towels, a space for you to hang your towels, and even if you had maybe some wet toys that you were going to have from the pool, you could store them there. And the shower was really large, and it also featured a bathtub. So again, if you have two small kids that want to take a bath after a long day at the park or at downtown Disney, this is absolutely great. And just having their own space, I just can't say that enough. It's so special for kids, and it makes their experience just seem that much more unique. I really loved the mirror as well. It had some additional lighting, so let's say you are putting makeup on, or maybe you're trying to get a good selfie in the mirror, you can get that with the lighting. They also had pretty good shampoo and conditioner and body wash. Sometimes that can get a little bit sketchy at hotels, like you can tell that it's not very good quality and it dries your skin and your hair out, but theirs was pretty good and it had a nice smell to it. It also was kind of the shared approach that we've been seeing on like Disney cruises and stuff like that, where they don't give you the little ones that you can take home, but it's like a big shared one. So again, if you're running low, check that out and have housekeeping bring you some additional. Housekeeping was super helpful and super nice about everything that we asked for, so I definitely give them 5 stars for their efforts on making the experience positive. The second bedroom featured 2 queen beds, and again, this was really nice if you were having maybe your family and or couples that had multiple children, you could definitely sleep 4 people in that room comfortably. And additionally, the living room was a pull-out bed, so easy for you to sleep like 10 people in this unit, and it was pretty comfortable. I mean, I can't even complain. Both rooms, I forgot to mention, had their own TVs, and they were hooked up for like Netflix and stuff, so the kids could definitely watch that too. The bathroom in, I would say, the adults' room did not have a bathtub in either of our units, but it did have a nice shower and the nice mirror that I talked about previously, and kind of your standard amenities such as like shampoo and conditioner and a hair dryer. It was also really nice with the closet space. If you did have more than one suitcase in that room, it could get a little bit cluttered, but it did have that aspect of it so that you could put your suitcase in the closet if you needed to. Another thing I liked about this room, although the view wasn't that amazing from the adult bedroom or even the common area, I felt like it got really good light. And that's important when you're waking up and you're spending money, a lot of money, to be in a really nice hotel. I feel like lighting and just the ambience of the room. So I definitely felt like the room had that. Okay guys, so next I'm just gonna show you a little bit of the theme park view room, the 2-bedroom, same thing, it's just a theme park room. And I'm just gonna start right with the kids' room. Off the bat, you can see that it is much smaller, does not have the same amount of storage space, and just does not have the same feel to it. The kids still loved this room because it was their own space, but it did not have the same appeal, I would say, as the city view. The bathroom was also much smaller. The bathtub was smaller, the shower was smaller, the area with the mirror and the sink was smaller, and it just felt way small compared to the other room. It did, though, have an amazing view at both day and night of the theme park. And if you zoomed in, you could see the Quinjet, and you could also see the Guardians of the Galaxy Tower. So that was a plus. I also took a picture of this super cool mirror that was in the entrance area because I did like that. So, you know, it really depends on what you want. Do you want a view or do you want the size of the room? It's up to you. The price points are much different if you go to city view versus a theme park view, but I leave it to you to decide. Before we end this video, we're going to check out some of the additional amenities that the hotel had to offer. They did have a laundry room that was open, and it was pretty easy for me to get in there and wash the clothes for the kids. I love doing that, especially with 2 boys. They get things dirty really fast, so it was nice to have that, but it was a little bit pricey. So keep that in mind. You have to pay for the washer and the dryer, but you also have to pay for soap if you don't have it. Right next door, there is a little vending machine where you can get water bottles and some snacks. Again, it was priced pretty high. You might save some money going downstairs to the front desk and going to the little shop I talked about before, but they do have that option if you need a late night snack. The ice machines are also located on this floor, and it was pretty easy to get access to the additional amenities all at once. The gym is available there too, but it was closed, so I didn't get to go in and use it. But you know what? Call the hotel and see if it's open when you decide to go. One of my favorite things about this hotel outside of the kids' room was the pool area. The pool and the sauna area was open, but I just say those sunsets over California Adventure and being able to just sit up there was absolutely beautiful in the evening. You can go up there and get some fresh air too, which is a nice break from your room, especially with wearing your mask and all of that everywhere else in the hotel. It had a kids area so the kids can run around and play. And if you time your time right when you go to the hotel, I think the kids would definitely enjoy that. It was a little bit cold for my kids, but we did go up there and sit by the fire pit and just enjoy the feeling of the rooftop. Overall, guys, I think that if you're looking for a hotel that has a lot of space, is located really close to the parks, and when all the amenities are up and running, you know, you can get a good breakfast and all that, I would definitely recommend it. Do call though and find out what's open before you go, so when you are paying the price point you're paying, it includes what you're expecting. Well, that's all I had for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching my video. Have a great day and check me out on Instagram at Ruby's Best Life. Thank you so much, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Talk to you later. Bye.